After the first event showing us that some teams were more prepared than others, we're here to see how many of them were prepared again, how many of them can keep up the momentum one more time. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Consolation Cup Season 1, Event 2, the Wave Race. Like always, it's a 1v1 where the first team to finish will move on to the next round until two will remain in the finals, racing for the gold. This is of course first against last it will be, so that means the first heat will be Banana Blasters against the Highballers. Let's see which one between the two teams can do better for us so far, and the Highballers pretty dominantly will take the heat and move on to the quarterfinals. Banana Blasters can't get 2 medals in a row, and Highballers will get some points on the board. But we have to wait and see who they will face off in the quarterfinals. And what a time! 8:54, the Highballers smashing the record. Moving on, Icicle Incredibles and Brightening Napweed. It's a close race here, and a close finish. Icicle Incredibles had a great lead going all the way pretty much, but right at the end they lost a bunch of time. See, they've held the lead pretty much the whole time, getting a good boost here, but Napweed, who won? It's too close to tell. And I believe, yes, it is a tie. Perfect tie between the two of them, so we have a tiebreaker. We're going to go again. So far, pretty close. One of the Brighton Napweed members is off. One of the Icicle Incredibles members is off. But at the end of the day, it will be the Icicle Incredibles who finish just a little bit faster with the one member that stayed on. You can see here one of their members is off, same with the Icicle Incredibles, but the one who did finished at a faster time, so Icicle Incredibles will be moving on. Brightening Napweed are out. Eye of the Desert and Sugar Crush up next. Eye of the Desert, the only other team to have gotten a medal in the last event. Can they move on? They lose one of their members, and that means that Sugar Crush will move on. In case that one of the teams has more members finishing, they will move on regardless of time. And because of this, because Eye of the Desert lost one of their members, Sugar Crush will be moving on to the quarterfinals in their place. What an upset. So we move on again. Sapphire Spirals and the Wolves. Can the Sapphire Spirals use and capitalize on the fact that the top 3 did not move on? Seems like it, and they will. Sapphire Spirals with a dominant race. Wolves were not even close. Sapphire Spirals pretty much in the lead the whole time. A bit close near the wave, but Wolves lost it completely, and Sapphire Spirals will move on. Match number 5, Cherry Cloud and Spices. Spices, back in the tournament when it was done before, they've had a phenomenal showing, making it all the way to the finals. And right now they will move on again. And move on to the quarterfinals in place of the Cherry Clouds, who were in the lead, but just couldn't keep it up for long. The wave once again taking victims, and today's first are the Cherry Clouds. But we still have 3 more rounds to go, in 3 more heats of the first round, should I say. Executioners and Speeding Trains up next. Speeding Trains not happy with their first performance. Can they improve it here over Executioners? Yes, they can. Speeding Trains will be moving on, and they will be facing off against the Spices in the quarterfinals. Executioners, good first showing, but can't quite keep it up in the second and will be out of this event. Great showing for Speeding Trains, as we're ready to move on to the next heat. Our next few teams, Furious Fireworks and Zooming Zebras. Two very similar looking teams. Furious Fireworks in the lead, and they will keep it. Close race, but at the end of the day, Furious Fireworks just a bit more consistent. They held the lead pretty much the whole way. The wave looking better for zooming zebras, but they were too far behind to make the comeback. Furious Fireworks will be moving on to the quarterfinals. Finally, Streaming Serpents and the Laser Beams. For the final round, Streaming Serpents far ahead, Laser Beams struggling to move. Streaming Serpents easily move on, and one of the Laser Beam members will not even finish, getting stuck on the final section, which is the first. But slow time all around, just couldn't get any speed going, and Streaming Serpents pretty much ride their way easily to the quarterfinals. Not the best time, but easily good enough. And so, we're finishing the first round as we're ready to move on to the quarterfinals. Highballers and the Icicle Incredibles, who will move on. Highballers with the better start, but can they keep it up? Oh, one of their members has fallen off! One of the Highballers members has fallen off the track right at the end. And that is how they lose a spot in the semi-finals. Icicle Incredibles behind the whole time. But because both of their members are on, they will be moving on to the semi-finals. Good time regardless. 8.83 is a great time. But moving on to the second heat, Sugar Crush and Sapphire Spirals. Sapphire Spirals with a slight lead. They had a 4th place in the last event. They want to have another top 4 finish, and they will. Sapphire Spirals will be moving on. Sugar Crush were behind the whole time, and unlike Icicle Incredibles, did not enjoy the fact that their opponents lost a member, because Sapphire Spirals were consistent. Great time. As we're ready to move on to the third heat, who will be moving on between the Speeding Trains and the Spices. Spices with a slightly better start here. Speeding Trains already losing one of their members at a very early point, and that pretty much settled it fairly early. Spices will be moving on. Funnel falling off from a very high point, and at a very early point, pretty much Spices from this point on just knew they had to race consistent, just stay on, and they did, and they will be moving on to the semi-finals. Speeding Trains are out. Finally, Streaming Serpents and Furious Fireworks for the final quarterfinals match. Close here, Streaming Serpents in the lead, but Furious Fireworks better off of the wave, and will be moving on. Furious Fireworks, they held the lead, they were faster at the start, but they could not catch the wave very well. Furious Fireworks capitalized on the situation and put themselves in a semi-final match against the Spices. But still a good finish for the Streaming Serpents, 6th place overall. This will be good for them. But now the semi-finals, Icicle Incredibles and Sapphire Spirals, who have started off better overall. Can they get a medal this time? Are looking better so far, and they will. Sapphire Spirals to the finals. Icicle Incredibles will be out, but they could still win the match for the bronze, so they're not out completely yet. But they have to wait and see both teams on who will they face off in their match, as we have the second semi-finals match ready for us now. Spices and Furious Fireworks. And down they come again. Spices with the better start, but Furious Fireworks bring it back. They have a good lead going. Can Spices bring it back? Oh, what a phenomenal ending! What a way to take off the final ramp by Chile. Look at this, far behind the whole way, taking a wave pretty decently, but so do the Furious Fireworks. But look at this in the end, an amazing speed boost, and that is enough to put the Spices in the finals. Furious Fireworks, quite furious after this for sure, but they still have a match here to go for the bronze. Icicle Incredible slowing down, and this will give him the bronze medal. Furious Fireworks with the bronze. Icicle Incredibles, once again, the wave does not favor them, and they will have to settle for 4th today. Still a good finish, but not quite on the podium. Furious Fireworks with their first medal of the competition, at least for the Consolation Cup. But now for the finals, Sapphire Spirals and the Spices. Who will grab gold today? Spices with a slight lead, but the Sapphire Spirals right next to them. Who will make it to the end? Oh, that is a very close finish. I'm not quite sure who took it. You can see here Spices and Sapphire Spirals pretty much even the whole way. Spices slightly in the lead here, but who took it in the end? It's the Sapphire Spirals who will take the gold. They claim another top 4 finish, this time with a medal, and what a medal it is! A gold over the Spices and Furious Fireworks with a bronze. How does this shake up the standings after the second event? Now the Sapphire Spirals in the lead with 37 points. They will hope to keep the lead going and maybe the momentum, as we hope to see you in the next event, that being diving. See you then, and until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.